Hey friends in beauty, if you're a professional makeup artist or beauty pro who is tired of juggling multiple tools to run your business, I got great news for you. BeautyPro Funnels is here to simplify your life and take your business to the next level. Unlike other platforms like Wix, Squarespace, or Acuity, BeautyPro Funnels was created by a makeup artist for makeup artists. This is the world's first all-in-one software that helps you book clients, sell your products, and even launch courses all in one place. No need for separate subscriptions that drain your wallet or tools that don't speak your language as a beauty pro. With BeautyPro Funnels, you're not just getting another booking tool. You're unlocking the ability to create multiple revenue streams, so whether you're behind the chair or not, you're making money. Imagine accepting bookings, selling your beauty products, and offering courses all without the stress of managing separate systems. That could be a big headache. Let me break it down to you one more time. Your website, build it on BeautyPro Funnels. Your portfolio, build it on BeautyPro Funnels. Your booking site, build it on BeautyPro Funnels. And your e-commerce site, host it in BeautyPro Funnels. Want to offer beauty courses or digital products? You can sell them inside of BeautyPro Funnels, and you'll be able to send invoices, digital contracts, newsletters, and do all of your marketing directly from your BeautyPro Funnels account. It's mind-blowing. Listen, you're going to save hundreds of dollars every single month by replacing over 10 platforms when you make the switch to BeautyPro Funnels like Wix, Squarespace, Acuity, WordPress, Vagaro, Honeybooks, 17 Hats, Dubsado, MailChimp, Klaviyo, Kajabi, DocuSign, even Shopify. It's crazy. I know you got at least one of those. And here's the best part. Tiyana and her team spent over a year building plug-and-play templates into your account for pretty much everything, so you never have to start from scratch at all. So all of your appointment confirmations, reminders, and payment reminders and stuff like that for your clients, they have already been written out for you. You can even gather reviews and referrals all on autopilot. You'll free up so many hours of time each week so you can focus on what you love, your artistry. Plus, with their mobile app, you can manage your entire business from the palm of your hand. Send invoices, schedule appointments, and even take payments on the go. I believe in BeautyPro Funnels so much that I recently moved the Friends of Beauty site to BeautyPro Funnels, and I am loving it. It's a game changer because it's not just a platform. I swear it is like having your personal business assistant designed specifically for makeup artists and beauty pros like you. So here's the deal. If you want to see what all the hype is about, visit getbeautyprofunnels.com/friends to get a personalized tour and see how BeautyPro Funnels can transform your business today. That's getbeautyprofunnels.com/friends because you deserve the best tool for your beauty business.
I had a business where I was getting booked up, running from client to client to client, having to do, 12 faces for a wedding because, like when you are a makeup artist and your client base is just everyday women, one of the things that a lot of people don't talk about is like, you make your money on the weekends, right? Mm-hmm. And so it really set me up to where I couldn't take any weekends off, right? I had to book myself up back to back to back. That is hard on your body. It's hard on your car, it's a grind. And I started to think, okay, I love I love being in the beauty industry. I love this, but I cannot imagine myself doing this 10 years from now. I can't believe we passed 10 years. But I'm like 10, 15 years from now, do I want to have to grind this hard just to kind of barely make it? And one of the things that I've learned is success leaves clues, baby. You don't have to invent the wheel.
Little breadcrumbs.
Okay. Just pay attention to the most successful people. And if you're noticing a pattern, there's probably a reason for that. And so I was like, okay, can I model my business after that? Even though I'm not a celebrity artist, right? I'm not in film and TV. I ain't got no extra clout. Like I'm just a regular makeup artist, but can I take those pieces from what they've been doing and implement it into my own business? And then my latest venture has been in software. So I branched out into beauty tech. And for the past 18 months, I've been working on a new software for makeup artists and beauty pros. It's called BeautyPro Funnels. because as I was mentoring and teaching and training other makeup artists how to diversify their income, one of the things that I noticed is that, oh, they doing everything manually. Like they're sending emails manually, they're following up with people manually, sending invoices, having to check in. Like they have a Shopify and a Wix
out.
all the things. And I'm like, oh, this is a lot. So I was like, I wish that there was a way that I could just click a button and give my students, I started with my students, give my students like the best of my business, all their pages set up, everything they need all in one place. So they're not having to spend all this money on all this software.
Welcome to the Friends in Beauty podcast, a safe space for ambitious beauty industry creatives to have real talk, get authentic answers, and practical tools to grow their businesses. Join me every week as me and my special guest reveal the keys to longevity and success in the beauty industry, from the ups and downs of their journey to the nitty-gritty of their struggles and triumphs. We're spilling the tea on it all, and most importantly, having fun while doing it. You ready? Hey, what's up? It's your best friend in beauty here, Tiyana Robinson. Welcome back to another episode of the Friends in Beauty podcast. I am so happy to have you here, and I hope you're listening to this episode in high spirits and in good health. Now, on today's episode, I'm so excited because I have my friend in beauty and my beauty cousin, Tiyana Robinson, in the Friends of Beauty guest chair for the second time, y'all. So Tiyana is a makeup artist and makeup mogul maker who is passionate about helping other makeup artists take their careers to the next level. She is also the founder of BeautyPro Funnels, an all-in-one software for makeup artists and beauty pros. You can find her teaching her proven strategies for earning 4 or 5 figures a month, 4 or 5 figures plus a month as a makeup artist, freelance, even if you live in a small city, if you don't have a large following, and even if you struggle with marketing, y'all need to tap in. Welcome to the Friends of Beauty podcast, Tiyana.
Hey, thank you so much for having me back. I'm excited to get into it.
Yes, I was so excited. You know, I had to throw the beauty cousin in there because I swear, if I had a coin for every time somebody asked if we are related, I'd just be like, that's my beauty cousin.
Yes.
Somebody always asks if we're related, so I'm like, yeah, that's my cousin.
Yeah, we go all the way back.
Yeah, period. Well, before we jump into it, we're going to start off with some icebreakers so the Friends of Beauty audience could get to know you a little bit outside of what you do professionally.
Okay.
Yes, so nothing crazy. You know, the first one, just give us 3 random facts about you.
Okay. Oh my gosh. 3 random facts about me. First fact is I lived in Cambodia for 2 years. That was crazy. And it was so random how it happened. But anyway, so I've lived in Cambodia. Second random fact is I live down the street from the White House, so I can see the president from my little window. So that's fun. Third random fact is this is a good one. So I initially wanted to be a singer, but I decided to switch paths. But your girl can sing a little bit.
Never heard you sing all these years. I have never heard you sing. We got to go to like karaoke or something one day.
Oh my gosh. Yes, that would be so fun.
Yes, I could hum a little bit. I could do a little hum. I can hum. That's all I could do. My fun fact, my little cousin had me like rapping the other day.
Oh
like
my
I went
God.
over to visit. He just turned 13. And he has like this small like studio set up at his house. And he was like, you should just write something. I was like, I always wanted to know how to like freestyle, but I can't freestyle. So he's like, just write something real quick. And I wrote up a little rap and got on the mic. It was a lot of fun.
Yes. Okay. So when we go to karaoke, I'll do the verse and then you can come in with the rap.
Got you. Period. We got a strategy already. I love it. Let's see. What do people always tell you that you're good at aside from what you do professionally?
Oh my gosh, that's such a good question. What is one thing that I am really, really good at? Okay, this is going to be kind of a random answer, but I was literally just thinking about this like last week. And I swear this is one of the things that gets on my nerves about myself, but I have empathy for everybody. Like that's one of my toxic traits. Is like I can find empathy for anyone in any situation. I'm like, oh, what about what about this person? But what happened there? So I would say that's the thing that people always tell me, like, you always
you care too much, girl. Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
But it gets on my nerves. I want to be mad.
What'd you say?
It gets on my nerves because I be wanting to be mad.
Yeah, but you can't because you're too nice. Yeah. When is the last time that you did something for the first time? Have you had any new experiences lately?
Ooh, when is the last time I did something for the first time? Ooh, oh my
Mhm.
goodness. Ooh, okay, okay. No, no, I'm thinking. There has to be something recent.
There has to be.
Ooh, why am I drawing a blank?
Ooh, she got to get out more.
I do have to get out more. That's another thing. I'm a homebody, baby. I'll be in the house. Okay. Um, I'm not sure. I don't know if I have an answer to that one.
Yeah, well, if you think of it later on, you let us know.
Okay.
Yeah, you let us know. Do you have a current mini win? So me and my best friend say mini wins are like milestones that are leading up to like a bigger
Yeah.
goal. Do you have any mini wins or highlights for the year so far that you're like, I did
Outside of, the business stuff, I do. So I have been on my fitness journey this year.
that? Okay.
So I always say that I'm like never consistent when it comes to working out, but this year I have been on my grind. So I found this app. It's called the Ladder app. I'm like not related to them at all. I literally just use it. And I love it because you sign up for a team, right? And so you have a coach within the app and they plan out all your workouts for the week. And so I go to the gym and I don't have to like think of what I'm going to do. I just follow the plan. Tell
Yeah.
me why I've lost 25 pounds
Okay.
so far. I'm so excited. I have a goal to lose another 20 and I'll be back down to my goal weight. But that has been my mini win that I've been so proud of for this year.
That is fantastic. I'm like the same way. Like when it comes to like physical fitness, I just
I
it just
know.
be like a thing. And
I
I did get into
know.
like a little routine during the pandemic. I was like the opposite of everybody else. I started working out during the pandemic and lost weight while other people were like eating and all that stuff.
I ate my way through the pandemic, child. I came out literally, I think I gained like 40 pounds. So I'm finally getting to a place where I'm feeling like myself again and I'm in a routine and I've
Yes.
been loving it. So
That's
yeah.
great. Congrats. Kudos to
Thank
you.
you. I'm excited about it.
Yes. Health is wealth.
It is. It is.
Yeah. So the last one for the icebreakers, if you weren't a makeup artist, if you weren't a makeup mogul maker, is there
Uh-huh.
anything else you could see yourself doing?
Yeah, so I would have probably pursued something in music because
Mm,
I loved music. I also had a former life in marketing, so I likely would have been doing something in marketing because I love it, and I'm really, really passionate about it. So either something in music or something in marketing, um, or something in beauty. I felt like I wanted to merge marketing and beauty,
yeah.
so probably something in one of those areas.
Okay. Okay. How did you get into makeup? So refresh our memories for if y'all want to listen to Tayana's episode before, Tayana was at my first live podcast, y'all, episode 111. So if you want to go back and reference that episode, she'll tell her whole story about Cambodia and like all of those things. But for those who don't know, just like real like a snapshot, like how you got into actually doing makeup.
I fell into it.
Hmm.
Totally fell into it. I've always had a passion for beauty. I've always loved beauty, but I was just like most other people watching YouTube videos, watching the tutorials. This is back in the day when like Jackie Aina was,
Yeah.
still coming up, right? And so I would, when I was living in Cambodia, I would watch tutorials and just do the looks on myself and post it on Instagram, not thinking anything of it, just as as a hobby.
Yeah.
Ended up getting laid off from my job that brought me to Cambodia, came back to the States, and I moved to DC because I was dating my now husband. And we were like, maybe I can get a government job, like, maybe I
Yeah.
could get back into corporate America. And so we went out to a networking event and he was introducing me to people and he introduced me to one of his friends and colleagues that had, because he posted me, she, how people do,
Yeah.
creeped over to my page and was like, oh my God, I love your makeup. So we were talking and she's like, you know what? I have this event that I'm going to. Can you do my makeup for this event? And
Girl.
meanwhile, I'm like, why would she ask me? Like, I had never, ever done anyone's makeup. But in my mind, I'm like, I ain't got no job. I ain't got
Right.
nothing to do. I can use this, couple dollars. So I swear to you, I had little MAC quad eyeshadows, like all the stuff in my little caboodle. I was like wiping it down with alcohol and I brought it over to her house. And when I tell you, I went in just, some random girl who loved makeup and I left that appointment like, oh, I'm a makeup artist. And
Right. I
so
might be on to something.
yeah, I'm on to something. And I literally was like, okay, I want to give myself 1 year. I'm gonna give myself 1 year to go all in, to figure it out, and get better at my skill set before trying to go back to corporate America. And I never went back. I have been doing makeup and teaching and educating and doing everything, to build this business since then. And it's been
Yeah.
this is my 11th year because I think that was either 2012 or 2013.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think we started kind of like around the same time. I always
Yeah.
count 2013 as like my start because I finished at Bennett like the end of like it was like December 2012. So I
Uh-huh.
to say 2013
Yeah.
is my start. So 11 years in the game.
Yep.
Like even though okay, you said you gave yourself a year.
Yeah.
How does your vision for how you imagine your career as a makeup artist was going to be like planning out that year compared to how it has actually turned out like in this present moment?
First of all, never in my wildest dreams did I think that the business that I have now would be what it is, right? I never even knew to dream that big. And so really for me, it's just been a journey of allowing things to kind of unfold and just saying yes to different opportunities, right? And being open and being willing to take leaps has been, I think, one of my secrets, right?
Yeah.
Even when it came to going to Cambodia, that was a crazy random opportunity. And I was just like, okay,
I know people like
right?
Cambodia. What?
Cambodia. But it lined things up in such a beautiful way for me to end up getting an opportunity to do makeup, and then everything else has unfolded.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I've always done is I always like to just visualize, how do I want to feel, right? So not necessarily I set goals for myself, but within the goals it's like, how do I want to feel within those goals,
Yeah.
because it leaves a little bit of room for at least a little bit of room for the magic to happen, right? Because sometimes it doesn't all come together the way that you think it will.
Right.
And so, yeah, I think that's just been one of the keys for me is set a goal, but really get clear on like, okay, in this season of my career, or my life, how do I want to experience this? How do I want to feel? And then when opportunities come my way, leaning into my intuition, and weighing it against what the vision is. And if
Yeah.
it feels like a gut yes, then it's a yes, even if I don't know how, I don't know the how. I always say F the how for now,
Right.
it's going to work out the way it's meant to. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I totally had to understand this concept of like surrendering. Like during the pandemic, my best friend kept saying, like, you need to surrender. Like, you need to. I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean not be in control? Like, I was just like, so, like, you know how you just hold on to the steering wheel so tight
Right.
and
Yeah.
you can't even like, how can you turn? Like, how can you turn if you're
Mhm.
holding on like that?
Yeah.
I was just like holding on so tight onto like how I wanted things to go instead of like you said, just kind of like leaving that wiggle room for the magic to happen. I was like, no, it has to be like this
Yeah.
until I learned to like let go a little bit. And then the magic started to happen.
Isn't that crazy? But it feels so scary in the moment, right? Like
Mhm.
when you are in it, it's easy on the outside to be like, yeah, it's okay. But when you are in it, right? And you don't know that it's going to work out. You don't know if all the hard work is going to pay off. It
Yeah.
is very, very scary. So I think part of being a successful entrepreneur, because that's what we are at the end of the day, is training yourself to get really comfortable with the discomfort of the surrender, because we are
Yeah.
constantly surrendering to our careers and constantly surrendering to our vision and all of that to me is one of the skills that you have to master if you want to have a long-term career, especially in a creative
Yeah.
industry like being a makeup artist or hairstylist or whatever. It's not easy, and
It's not.
it's not for the weak. You really have to have some guts. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, a little delusion as well. Some guts and delusion. What are they? Guts and delusion. Yeah, you gotta have some guts and delusion. So
Yeah.
within that 1 year, when you said, "Okay, I'm gonna give it all I got," what are some of the things that you think that you did, or if you can reflect on some of the things you did in that year that really set you up for success? Because some people are just getting into the game,
Yeah.
and I don't even think I was that intentional when I started. Like, I would give it a year. I was just like, "We gonna see what happens" or
Yeah.
whatever. But like for somebody who's like, okay, maybe they're at their like their wits end. They're like, I'm gonna give it one more year.
Yeah.
Like what are some things that you did to kind of like set yourself up for and build that momentum to go forward?
Yeah, well, first of all, I think I was intentional with giving myself a deadline because I knew that if I didn't, I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't have been as serious about it. So I had to set that artificial scarcity because that's what gave me drive, right? I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it. And I was on the heels of what felt like a big failure, getting laid off from my job. It was embarrassing,
Yeah.
right? I had made this kind of big deal about moving to Cambodia, and then I had to come back and be like, well, y'all, so I needed this win. So part of it was I just wanted to prove to myself
Yeah.
and everybody that I could do something that felt successful, and that gave me a lot of drive, right? So that's part of the thing. So sometimes you got to put your own back against the wall and be like, do or die, like sink or swim. If I want to have this career, I'm going to hold myself accountable to my dreams, right?
Yeah.
So that was the first thing. The second thing is I became obsessed with the industry. And you are a part of that, Akuya. Like we would have practice sessions. Any book that I could get my hands on, any interview I was on, like looking up and researching and practicing. And I really immersed myself in the industry because when you are a makeup artist or a hairstylist or nail tech or whatever, the thing that you are selling is your service, right? Like
Mhm.
it's your skill set.
Yeah.
And I knew that if I wanted to be competitive in our market, like we live in DC,
Yeah.
everybody could do hair and makeup, so I knew that I would have to get good really fast. So I didn't worry as much about all the social media stuff. For me, I focused on the artistry first, right?
Yeah.
So I became obsessed with my craft. I also invested every penny, every lick of penny that I got from every booking. I poured it right back into the business because I wanted to learn as much as I could. I wanted to train. I wanted to go to classes and workshops and this and that because I knew that if I got really good, I could sell myself, right?
Yeah.
I had a background in marketing, but I wanted to I wanted to feel confident in my artistry. So to me, that was one of the keys that I would share with anybody that's getting into the industry. Like it's only more competitive. Like it's more competitive now than it was when we first got started.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
way like the barrier to entry is way lower, right? So if you want to stand out, you got to come with it. You have to be a great artist. And you have to be social media set. There's like a lot of skill sets that you have to learn, but I would say the first thing to focus on is becoming a really great artist and creating a perspective for your artistry.
Hmm.
That was one thing that I also did kind of lean into early on is I wanted to have like a signature look to my makeup.
Yeah.
So it wasn't so easy for people to compare me on price, right? I wanted to kind of stand out and have something that was elegant and high end. And so those things were really important to me early on.
Yeah. You remember Luxury Brown Beauty?
Yes, and I still own that URL. I'm gonna use that for something else.
I love it. Luxury. That used to be her Instagram name, Luxury
Yeah.
Brown Beauty.
Yeah. And you know what? The reason why I changed it is because I was showing up to jobs and people were like, hey, luxury. And I'm like, cute, but
Hey,
that's not
Lux.
my name. So I ended up just changing my business to my name. But I still own that, that domain and I'm gonna
Yeah.
use it for something. I just don't know
Yes.
what.
That's so dope. I feel like classes and stuff have really died down.
Yeah.
Oh, is it the pandemic, you think? I
Think it
just feel
was the
like,
pandemic. I think it just
okay.
knocked the wind out of everybody's sails. Like
Okay.
I used to do live events and classes all the time, and I have not done one since. So I know for me personally, it's just hosting a class takes a lot of resources
It
because
does.
space and I like to have a team. Like, like if I'm gonna bring people together, I want to lay it out, right? And so it's a lot. So I get it. But
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are now shifting online, which is awesome because it becomes more accessible, but I still do think that there's so much value in-person education. Like
Yeah.
there's just things that you cannot get online.
Hmm.
So I think it's both.
Yeah, a little bit of both. I think one thing you have mastered is like disappearing from online and still making coins. Like I was just teasing her before we got on. I said, you like Tiyana would just hop on Instagram real quick and then she's gone again, but somehow business is still going. Like how is that so?
Can I just let you in on a little secret?
Of
So one of the
course.
things, so first of all, I know I'm real bad about that. Um, I need breaks I need breaks. I need social media breaks. And for a long time, I was so hard on myself for, you know, taking breaks, but it's just a lot, especially when you are having to constantly create content. And with my content, I don't like surface level stuff, right? And I'm also the type of person where I'm not going to post if I don't have anything to say or if I don't have anything to add.
Yeah.
I'm not going to post, right? And so for me, there are seasons where I am just fully immersed in work or creating or learning something new, mastering a skill. And then when I have something to offer, that's when I come back and I share. And I used to be so hard on myself about that. And I just got to we just talked about surrender. I got to a point where I just surrendered to the fact that that's just kind of how it goes for me, right? I have seasons where I am just in it. I'm
Mm,
consistent, I'm visible, I'm all the things. And then I have seasons where I need to recharge and I need to learn something new, like whatever, right? But the secret is I run ads. So I have an ads manager, and what we do, our strategy is we take the content that works organically and we run that as ads, and it drives people to my various funnels.
yeah.
So there's always something that I have available to sell or, whatever to drive people to. We have freebies. I have a YouTube. I have all this kind of evergreen content that people can still get into and still gives lots of value without me necessarily having to always be feeding the algorithm. So
Yeah.
for me, ads have been real, just a valuable asset to my business. And that's kind of what allows me to step away when I
Yeah.
need to. And then when I'm back, I'm back. So
Yeah. Yeah. So ads are not dead.
ads are absolutely not dead. You just have to know how to run them properly. Um, because you're putting an ad in front of somebody who didn't ask for it. So you have to know how to
Right.
structure the ad, how to capture attention and how to convert. So there's a skill to ads and there's a skill to actually running ads. But I have a great ads manager and we rock it out. So
Yeah, those cookies be having me in a chokehold because I could just go ahead and like just
right
Google some kind of food or something, and then I go on Instagram or Facebook and the ad is right there. So
there.
yeah, and I know the amount of people that buy from TikTok shop and Instagram shop, like the ads are there. So
I'm the main one.
yeah, that's one thing I haven't gotten into though. That's probably what the missing key is. I haven't gotten into like regularly like running ads on like a consistent basis.
Yeah. I think it's important to have a proven offer to run ads too, right? So
Mhm.
to me there's a strategy to it because ads are getting expensive. And so it really like you want to have a funnel. So, you have that initial offer that you run the ads to, but then you want things on the back end that people can buy as an upsell, downsell. Once they
Yeah.
take your thing, is there something else? So, it takes a little bit of time to get yourself set up to where your ads are profitable.
Right, right. That's good to know because of course there are many people who would just think that you run an ad and then that's it. Like you just gonna
Uh,
start making money.
yeah, I mean, depending on the offer, it can happen that way, but it does require some testing, having different things that you can put out there. We've had ads that completely flop, like just don't do well at all. And
Yeah.
then we do have some ads that just right away are making money and they're profitable like right away. So
Yeah.
you do have to have a little bit of a budget to test and put different combinations of things out there to see what actually lands.
Yeah, for sure. I want to talk about diversifying income as a beauty
Yes.
pro because there's still a lot of us out here who are just making money solely from our skill set,
Yeah.
from going to clients or clients coming to us, and that's just their bread and butter, like whether
Yeah.
it's working or not. But a lot of people want to start to make more money, or when the slow season comes and you don't have clients, like how are we still supposed to make money? So, what are some ways that people can start like diversifying in that way?
Yeah. So I'm the queen of diversifying your income as a beauty pro. And I came to that realization, I would say in like year two, going into year three of my business,
Uh-huh.
because I made it past the year and I got to the point where I was getting booked up pretty much every weekend when it wasn't slow season, right? And I had a business where I was getting booked up, running from client to client to client, having
Mm.
to do, 12 faces for a wedding because, like when you are a makeup artist and your client base is just everyday women, one of the things that a lot of people don't talk about is like you make your money on the weekends, right?
Mhm.
And so it really set me up to where I couldn't take any weekends off, right? I had to book myself up back to back to back. That is hard on your body. It's hard on your car, like it's just
Yeah.
it's a grind. And I started to think, okay, I love the beauty. I love being in the beauty industry. I love this, but I cannot imagine myself doing this 10 years from now. I can't believe we passed 10 years. But I'm like 10, 15 years from now, do I want to have to grind this hard just to kind of barely make it?
Yeah.
And for me, the answer was no. So I started to look around and just try to see what other makeup artists were doing to be successful. And that's when I really started to pay attention to like my mentors in my head. So the Sam Fines, the Danessas, the Charlotte
Yeah.
Tilbury, like all the most successful makeup artists. And I started to notice a trend in their career journey. So I noticed that they all started off by getting known for their signature artistry. All right, cool. We
Mhm.
got that. We got that, right?
Right. We got
I'm
that.
like, okay. The next thing that most of them almost always did was they branched out into education, whether it was having classes, creating ebooks,
A book
books,
or DVDs.
DVD, right? They were doing master classes. Eventually, they branched out into online courses. I'm like, okay, there's something to that, right? So that was the second thing. And then I also noticed that they branched out into product. So for some of them, it may have been having their own line. It may have been product development, so being a consultant. It
Yeah.
may have been being a being a spokesperson for other brands, but there was always that component. And so I started to notice that trend over and over again. And one of the things that I've learned is success leaves clues, baby. You don't have to
Okay.
reinvent the
Little
wheel.
breadcrumbs.
Okay. Just pay attention to the most successful people. And if you're noticing a pattern, there's probably a reason for that. And so I was like, okay, can I model my business after that? Even though I'm not a celebrity artist, right? I'm not in film and TV. I ain't got no extra class. Like I'm just a regular makeup artist, but can I take those pieces from what they've been doing and implement it into my own business? And I did. I started to teach classes and do all the things. I branched out into digital products. Courses have been amazing for my own business. I dibbled and dabbled into product,
Yeah.
like physical products. So I had like branded teas and stuff like that for a while. And that actually, I've got my little mug right here. So things like that I could sell. And then my latest venture has been in software. So I branched out into beauty tech. And for the past 18 months, I've been working on a new software for makeup artists and beauty pros. It's called BeautyPro Funnels. Because as I was mentoring and teaching and training other makeup artists how to diversify their income, one of the things that I noticed is that, oh, they doing everything manually. Like
Mm.
they're sending emails manually, they're following up with people manually, sending invoices, having to check in. Like they have a Shopify and a
Burnt
Wix,
out.
all the things. And I'm like, oh, this is a lot. And that's one of the barriers of entry to a lot of makeup artists and beauty pros. Is it like, I don't have time to figure out all the software and all the things and
Most beauty pros aren't like techie though. Like I'm fortunate. I can work
yeah,
my way around the back end of a software, but most
yeah.
of us are not techie.
Not techie at all. And so we kept running into that wall where they had all these amazing ideas. They had a big vision for what they wanted their business to be,
Mhm.
but they kept getting stuck in the how. Like, how do I put this all together? And I'm not, like all that. So I was like, I wish that there was a way that I could just click a button and give I started with my students, give my students like the best of my business, all their pages set up, everything they need all in one place. So
Yeah.
they're not having to spend all this money on all this software. And so at first it felt like an impossible thing, right? Because there were all-in-one software that existed, but it wasn't for beauty pros, right? So like a Wix. Wix has a lot of the features that we need,
Yeah.
but it's a general piece of software, and there's still like a lot of it's a lot of building that you have to do to make it
Yeah.
work for you. And so I, finally got to a point where I was like, okay, we can do this, and it's been incredible. So I quietly soft launched it to a small group of our students in Mayish, June-ish. And so we have about 150 users on this software so far, and they have been loving it.
That's
We've
great.
brought you on and built a beautiful site for you, and I hope that you get in there and love it. But it just goes back to thinking about, life proofing your business. Your business as a makeup artist or a beauty pro doesn't have to just be a side hustle or something that you just kind of do for fun. You could really use it as a tool to build a legacy for yourself. And for me, I'm thinking long term, right? I'm thinking 10, 15, 20 years out. What do I want to say that I've built for myself? And I know so many people get into the industry because they have, they have a big heart. They want to serve people. They want to whatever. And they also want to make good money while they're doing it. And so
Right.
to me, diversifying your income, that's the way to do it. You have to think beyond just your services. So yeah.
Yes, I love it. And like you said, I can't wait to get in there and like really play around with Beauty Pro funnels.
You're
For
gonna love
people
it.
who don't know what a funnel is,
Yeah.
like, can you break down like the simplest version of like what a funnel is?
Yes. Yeah. So the simplest version of a funnel, right? So the way that most makeup artists or beauty pros run their business is we do everything manually. So, if a client reaches out to us because they want to book us, we have to manually confirm our availability and then send them the payment link. And then like everything is pretty manual. But a funnel takes all those manual tasks and it basically automates it, right? So think of a funnel as your personal assistant that will display your availability online. It's kind of like having a website, but also all of the systems and the automations on the back end.
Yeah.
So it'll display your availability. People can book you through your funnel. It'll also follow up with them and it'll also send them reminders and collect reviews and testimonials, right? So it's a way to get manual tasks off of your plate and automate them. So you set up your system once and you don't have to think about it. So that's kind of what a funnel is. It takes all of those little step-by-step things that we have to do and systematizes it.
Got you. So inside of Beauty Pro funnels, what other kind of features, I guess, does it have other
Yeah.
than funnels itself?
Yeah, so I really want to think about all the things that we need to run our business. So we have our booking funnel. So you can set up a booking calendar where people can see your availability. We also, I think it's important that you are able to teach, right? I think every makeup artist or beauty pro has the capacity to teach
Really?
something.
Really?
Something, whether it's big or small. And it can be outside of beauty, right? It doesn't even have to just be for, your beauty business. There is an experience or something that that you can teach others and turn
Right.
that into a product, sell it. So we have an educational funnel. So you can create a little course and sell it. We have an e-commerce functionality. So you can sell products. So many beauty pros want to have their own, product line. So you need a Shopify. We have those features built in. I think it's so important that you are nurturing your clients, right?
Mhm.
So we have email marketing, text message marketing. You can send invoices. You can send contracts, like all the key things that we need to do to
Yeah.
run our business. You can do it inside of our system because it's built for makeup artists and beauty pros.
Wow, that sounds amazing
I'm really proud.
because I feel like I guess people who do venture out to diversify, like you said, we're doing things manually, but also we're using a whole bunch of different tools or softwares to do all of those things that you just mentioned. Like we might have our
Yeah.
ConvertKit or MailChimp to send the emails, and was it Community or Textedly or something for the text messages, and then you got Teachable and all the stuff for the courses and Kajabi. It's like you're just paying all of these membership fees that just come out and you're crying blood every month or
Uh-huh.
crying money every single month with all of these fees, but you have it all in one place.
Mm-hmm. And the
Gotcha.
challenge with that is you start to have these little pockets of customers all over the place, and none of the systems easily speak to each other.
Integrate.
Yeah. So you might have a client that booked you and you don't know if they bought your product or they bought a course from you. And so then it becomes hard to market to the customers that you already have because they're in 10 different pieces of software and you have no way to track their journey with you. So I was really intentional in bringing that, bring all those systems all in one place because it's important that you nurture your audience over time. So one of the features that we have is called a CRM, so a customer relationship management system.
Yeah.
Think of it like your database, right? So with Beauty Pro funnels, one client is each person is a profile. And so you're able to track everything they've purchased, every time they've booked you, every time they've paid you for something. You
Yeah.
can tag them, and because you have all their information all in one place, well, now if you wanted to send an email to customers who booked you for this, but also bought your class because you have another class coming up that you want to sell, you just, filter by your tags and you're able to send them an email. So you're able to market in so much more of a targeted way. And I love that. I've been using it exclusively for 7 months now. So
Yeah,
I canceled all my other software and moved everything over to Beauty Pro Funnels. And baby, when I tell you,
love it.
it has been amazing. I love it for myself. So I know everybody else is gonna love it too.
Oh my God. One thing that someone asked me recently, on the note of funnels is just the difficulty of like, okay, for example, an email funnel, when somebody maybe purchases a product or yeah, a course or something, she's like, well, how do I know what to say? Like, how do I know what comes next after in that sequence of emails? Do you have any suggestions or that, or do you have like templates that's like built into Beauty Pro funnels and
Yes, girl. No, I have been, teaching and mentoring since 2018. And there have been a lot of things that I have learned in terms of, again, nurturing people, following up. Like, what does that sequence need to look like? I
Mhm.
also know that a lot of people just don't have time and don't really have a desire to master those things.
Yeah.
So, one of the things that I did was I built in sequences for um, most of the key features. So we have a booking automation that's already set up for you. We have I call it a bailed booking sequence. So what's really cool is if someone comes to your booking funnel and they opt in to see your availability, but they click away, we have a sequence that's in your account that's like, hey girl,
Like, where'd
did
you
you forget?
go?
Right. So following up with people, we have just like all your purchase sequences in there. So yeah, like most of the things that you need, I have templated for you and it's already built into your account. So you get beautiful design that you can choose from. The sequences are already there. The language is there. So we worked with a copywriter to make sure it sounds polished and professional.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really tried to think of all the things that we need to be successful.
Yes, that is so exciting because I feel like somebody's gonna have an excuse. Like, so it's like no excuse is already taken care of for you.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen.
how much is it?
So we have currently we have two different plans.
Hmm.
So we have what's called our builder plan, which is perfect for beginners. So if you're just getting started or you're still early in your career and you don't need all the features, the builder plan is going to be perfect for you. So for as of right now, it is going to go
Right.
up, but right now during our founding member launch, it's just I think we're offering it for $37 per month.
Mhm.
An amazing deal. An amazing
Yeah.
and our premium plan, which is unlimited everything. So you can do your booking through it. You can do your courses, classes, all the things through it. You can do your e-commerce through it. Everything you need. Right now, we're doing it for $79 per month. So you're going to be saving a ton of money. And it's just a really, really great deal. So those are the two plans that we currently have. And I'm really excited about it.
Yes, don't hold us to the price because yesterday's price won't be today's price, depending on
Listen.
when you watch this interview.
But listen, I did want to because we're just launching. I mean, we have one of the best development teams on planet Earth. I'm just so confident about that. They are absolutely amazing. They are constantly innovating and making things better. So it's a solid software. But because it's new to the beauty industry, I wanted to make it as accessible to as many makeup artists as possible.
Yeah.
So and I want to get in, be among the first. And so that's why we're doing it at that rate. However, we won't be able to keep it there forever because we, have to support the team and
Right.
this is fully self-funded. So I have not taken on any investors or anything like that.
Mhm.
So this is really, this is my life's work right now.
Right. And I'm sure as just the business landscape continues to grow, certain features will continue to be added and,
Oh yeah.
enhanced and all of those things.
We've already got some exciting plans to incorporate AI and, a
Mm.
bunch of things, but we're starting with the core features for now.
Yeah, I love AI. AI, I I'm obsessed with AI in like a good way because
Yeah.
not the scary part of AI, but like the fun, productive part of AI.
Yeah, I've been using it heavily this year. And
Hmm.
it's been so helpful as like a writing assistant. So like when I am fleshing out an idea for, content or a video, I use it to kind of tweak what I'm thinking and
Yeah.
just kind of, speed up the process because especially for YouTube, I suck Just when I have to sit down and record something,
Uh,
like my brain cannot put words together. If I'm live, I'm good. But like if I have to like pre-record it, I just can't do it. So I have to script all my videos.
yeah.
It used to take me so long to have to write everything from scratch, but ChatGPT in particular has been a game changer for me. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to get back on my YouTube. I'm trying to be like you and be
Ah,
consistent. So
girl, I'm trying to get back on the YouTube too. I mean, it's mostly just like the podcast, but I'm trying to
yeah,
get back into doing like regular videos and stuff like that too. Because
yeah.
people tend to like it.
Yeah, and I'm a YouTube like I'm an avid YouTuber. I watch
Me
YouTube
too.
more than like
I don't
yeah.
even really watch regular TV. I watch YouTube.
Sure. I'm a
Yeah.
YouTuber. So I know the audience is there, but I don't think a lot of people realize how much work goes into producing just one video. But I will say, YouTube is kind of lucrative. Listen, because even on my little tiny channel with my little videos from 6 months, like I still get a little coin from those
Okay,
videos.
so
I'm
you're
like,
monetized?
yeah.
Girl, I am not monetized yet.
Oh, girl, we gotta get you monetized.
I got the follow. I have the subscribers. I
Okay.
don't have the watch hours. That's why I'm like I need to do more
Yeah.
regular sit down videos to get
Yeah.
those.
It's worth it. It pays really well. It does.
Yeah.
So I still
I'm
get a little, a little piece of coin. And way more than the other platform. Because I feel like the creator funds, they're so wishy-washy,
yeah.
but YouTube is nice.
Yeah. I can't wait to get monetized. Make sure y'all subscribe and watch some videos. So for the people, the users that are in Beauty Pro funnels already, what kind of ways have you seen that they're like mostly using it? Like, are they using it for booking appointments, email?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So most of our users, again, it's still very new, but from what I've seen, they are using it to primarily book their clients. We do have a couple educators, so they came in as educators, so they're using it for their courses.
gotcha.
I haven't seen quite yet as many people putting up their shops yet, but a lot of people are just moving silence, right? So I
Little
try to
snipers.
stand up. Yeah. But from the people that are, showing up invisible, because we have what I call the group chat. So the group chat is for all of our members. You get
Okay,
access to it, right away. And essentially, it's like a Facebook group, but in our software. Which, by the way, you can create your own community in the
got
software.
you.
So the people that are posting in there, mostly booking and a little bit of education.
Nice. So you could create your own community in the sense of like people would have like their their login and all of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, they have a portal, they log in. Yep, it takes the place of like school and Mighty members, like all of that. So
Mighty
mhm,
Networks.
Mighty Networks, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that a little deeper because I'm on Mighty Networks right now.
Right, with your
The Trailblazers Club.
absolutely. Yeah, you can host something like that right in Beauty Pro Funnels.
Wow, Tayana, you really did think of
I'm
everything.
not playing. I'm serious.
Oh my
It's really, really
gosh.
impressive. Like the software is super, super impressive. I love it.
Not to like throw out like a dollar, but was it like like a expensive?
Yeah.
'Cause I
So
know to do apps are like very I've talked to a couple of app producers on the show and they're like, girl, like if you they like it's like minimum maybe like 10,000 just to get
oh
like a
yeah.
whatever do you call it, people that programming and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So one of the things that I did was I found a base software that was already built, right?
Got
So
you.
I did not have to develop from scratch, which has been such a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the features we did have to build onto it.
Got you.
So it has been an investment, okay? It's been a time investment. I've been hands-on with so many things. I was saying, like, I feel like I'm like in my tech girly era.
Yes.
So yeah, I've gone all in on this thing, which is another one of the reasons why I've been so silent on social. Girl, I don't have time. Like I
Yeah.
have been so head down working on this, as well as like supporting. We still have the courses and like all the things. So I just needed a season where I could just focus on
Yeah.
big things. So yeah,
And I love that. And just because you're actually like living like what you teach in the sense of like you don't necessarily have to be active on social media 24/7 if you have these funnels and these systems
yeah,
going on behind the scenes for you to still make money. I think a lot of people are active the way they are is because they have to be.
they have to be. Yeah,
If
and
you
I get it.
disappear, like nobody knows who you are, nobody could book you, then you don't make money. But if you have other stuff going on, then your business can still run.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you still doing makeup?
Oh my goodness. It's so funny that you asked that because I literally just made a decision about whether or not I was going to like continue. I made that decision last week, actually. So I am, and actually, I think that we can just announce it here. I am like officially retired from physically doing makeup, which is
Give
crazy.
me your kit.
Crazy to listen. I might have to keep the kit because I'm still doing, but physically going out, I think I'm done.
So,
I'm
so like you're
not.
not taking clients, or you're
I am retired. I am. It's hard to say it.
so you're not taking clients?
Mm-mm.
Girl, I just told somebody that like a couple of weeks ago, or a few, probably like a month ago now. She's like, "You're gonna miss it. You're gonna come back." Because I'm like, I don't have anything set up solid enough yet to
Yeah.
quit.
Yeah.
Like I don't, but I don't feel the same way about it like how I
Mm.
used to. I like really love the community space,
Yeah.
the podcast space, the media space and everything like that. So I'm like, I just want to do this, but I
Yeah.
have to figure out how to make it lucrative first before I just throw in the brushes. But I don't really be doing makeup like that. Like people when they reach out,
Yeah.
because they see my social media is so much of like the podcast and like other stuff. When people reach out to me, they're like, "Are you still doing makeup?" That's like the first
Yeah.
question first. Like, "Do you still take clients?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I still take clients," but it's not like a thing for me to be like trying to post my work and like
Uh-huh.
be soliciting for people to book me. Like they book me, but I'm not like,
Yeah.
trying to pull them in anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the freedom of having these, different platforms that you can possibly monetize. But, one of the things, so outside of beauty pro funnels, I really love the idea of like, I want to lean more into training. So I want to have a team, I think. I think the next thing for me is having a team of artists that we send out in the DC area.
That's me. I
And
want an
I love,
agency because I already
yeah.
refer people out so much anyways. Like I might as well be collecting a fee.
Healthy. But for me, I love the training and the mentorship and the artistry development. I still love doing makeup, so I want to do it in some capacity. But I feel like shifting into artist development would be so fulfilling and so fun. And
Yeah.
I think it's time to empower the next generation of artists, especially like the DC area. So
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
that's something that I might venture out into.
I could see that for sure. I could see that because you were already doing that anyway, like with the classes and the trainings. And it is so interesting. Like, I guess our generation of makeup artists are like, when can we get out? And I feel like the people like Sam Fine and Danessa, and then they're like trying to stay in forever. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like they have no desire to stop physically doing makeup. It's like they just gonna
Yeah.
keep doing it until they can't do it anymore.
Yeah, no, I think we just had a different mindset with it all.
Hmm.
And also for so much of our career, it was so hyper visible. Like we had to be kind of performing publicly on social media, whereas, the Sam Fines and the Danessas of the world, for a big chunk of their career, they were moving in silence, right? They really just put their head down and focused on working with their clients or whatever. And I think that being hyper visible comes at it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Exhausting to constantly have to perform on social media. And I think that like our generation of artists, we feel that. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I've been in it, even though it's been, it feels like it's crazy because it feels like it was just yesterday that we got started, but it also feels like we've been in it for a long time.
Yeah, for
Or
sure.
at least for me. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And I don't even know. I've never taken like a social media break.
man,
And I don't even know
crazy.
how I do it. Like I think because for me, the way I look at social media now is I literally just look at it as an app. So I don't necessarily have I don't put pressure on myself as far as metrics go anymore because as we see, remember social media used to be so heavy on the followers. Like if you
Yeah,
didn't have a certain amount of followers, people were not taking you seriously. And now it's like, oh, it's not
absolutely.
about the followers anymore. It's
Yeah.
about this or like they just switch it up on us so much that it's just like for my mental, I cannot like take social media seriously in that regard at all.
Yeah.
I just kind of like pop on to just like if I want to share something or whatever, I just post. Like it's not any big deal to me anymore, like how I used to
No.
be.
I think that's a healthy mindset to have around it for real.
Hmm.
And I think that's the only way. Like you just literally have to release. the attachment to the vanity metrics. And that is the only way, because it's so easy to get caught up in all that. And then you get discouraged. And yeah, so that's a
Yeah.
really helpful perspective.
Oh my God. So now that you're not really doing makeup like that anymore, how do you structure your days? Like where, like as far as like the discipline goes, because
Yeah.
when you're working for yourself, you have to have that discipline to actually follow your schedule or whatever and get stuff done. So like how did you go about time management and like structuring your days to be productive?
Oh my gosh. So it's so funny you say that, because when I first, for a long time actually, I had this thing in my mind where, I'm an entrepreneur, so I get to do what I want and da 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 da. And a lot of people think that like being able to do whatever you want whenever you want, like that is the freedom. And for me, that's when I'm the least productive. Like, baby, I need a I need a schedule, like I need my calendar. So having structure is, to me, what now gives me the flexibility. I can build in I just plan things how and when I need to.
Yeah.
So my day now, and I give myself the freedom to change. Like I can change it all the time. So I don't have to be
Gotcha.
rigid with all the things. But for right now, my routine is I get up, I work out first thing. Because if I don't do it, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm a morning
So
person when it comes to working out. If I don't do it in the morning, I'm not doing it.
baby, it's not gonna happen. So I work out, then I come back and I will, shower, eat, all that. And then I sit down and I do my heavy thinking work. So when I am like
Mm,
scripting or creating content for, beauty, whatever, like I kind of have to knock that out early because my brain runs out of gas
yeah.
by the afternoon. So I do a couple hours of like brain work, then I take a break, I have lunch. That's the time when I usually give myself an hour and a half to do whatever, be on my phone, watching TikTok, all the things.
Yeah.
And then in the afternoon, that's when I am checking in on my communities and answering emails and like kind of doing all that stuff that doesn't require brain heavy lifting.
Hmm.
So I'll do that for a couple hours. And by that time, usually, hubby's coming home or something like that. So we'll usually hang out, have dinner together. And that's usually, and sometimes I will work again,
Yeah.
depending on what's going on or what my deadline is looking like. And that's usually it. I'm boring.
But you like being in the house, so
I do. This is heaven. I'm a home body. And what I especially love about this space is it's like windows, like it's all windows. And so I feel like I get to see, and I'm right near the water, right? So I get to
right.
see water and yachts and, the wharf and like I see the White House and like, so
Yeah.
it's so beautiful. So I get to just sit here all day and people watch and
Like I'll be standing at the window with my tea, like, what they doing
doing
down there?
little paddle boats. So yeah, and I love it. And so we have the gym in the building. I get my groceries delivered, baby. It'll be a week before they outside sees me, okay?
Oh my gosh, you get the groceries delivered too.
Everything. I am a homebody to a T. And I feel like that's a new thing. Like I feel like after I hit 35,
Uh-huh.
baby, I don't
Go outside for what?
I'd rather be in the house. Okay, minding my business.
Oh my God, this is so important because there are so many makeup artists like you or beauty professionals like you who are not necessarily like on the scene. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like it's so like I of course I took the other approach. Like I be outside, okay. I'm at networking events, I'm at industry, whatever, networking, meeting people,
Always
whatever,
scared in myself.
but
Like, this is so beautiful. Look at you going to the event.
getting invited to places and I just be outside. But there are people who are just like, I don't want to do any of that. But they feel like they're how can I say it? They kind of feel the pressure
Yeah.
to like be seen. Like you have to be seen. People got to know who you are. Do you think
Hmm.
that you're able to do that because you've built something already
Hmm.
and then you get to be,
Yeah.
because people want to be like invisible right now
Mm.
before they built something and then
Yeah. No, I was not always like I was outside.
got you.
Was at all the things, right? Like meeting all the people. And yeah, you have to build it first, right? Like even with your online visibility, like people have to know that you exist. So
Mm,
I did, stretch myself to get uncomfortable and do the things and make a name for, make connections, because so much of the industry is people referring you, people thinking of you, saying your name in rooms that you
Yeah.
are not, right? Like that's important. I've been
Hmm.
able to not have to do that as much lately, but that's after 8, 9, you know what I mean? Like
Right,
that's
right,
after a minute. And what I will say is, baby, I'm charging back up. Like I'm recharged. I'm about to be back outside.
right.
As I'm entering into a new venture. And I do want people to know about Beauty Pro Funnels and what we're doing over here. And I do want it to become the standard. So again, everything is in seasons, right?
Yeah.
And when you're just getting started, baby, you don't have the luxury of chilling. Like,
Yeah.
no, get out there. It's uncomfortable. Like we're all awkward. It's all the things. But that to me, that is a required, like you kind of have to do it, right?
Yeah.
It always cracks me up when people, you know, like I want to be successful, but I don't want to post. I'm like, but you kind of
Gotta
have to,
choose one.
yeah, choose the struggle. And networking and being outside, that might be the struggle.
Yeah. I'm really trying to hone in on really trying to teach people how to network.
Yeah. So
Because
this is
like people really be struggling on like starting conversations and being
mhm.
themselves, I guess, being awkward, being introverted and all those things. So trying to figure something out for the people to help them out.
You can do it. You the queen. You the queen.
But
The
it
queen
just
of
comes naturally
networking.
to me. That's why I just be like, y'all really scared to talk to people. What you think they gonna do to you?
Yes, that is a skill that is not natural to a lot of people. So it's a blessing that it does come easily to you, and you have this platform where yeah, you can teach people the things that just don't come to them as easily.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Well, since you're about to get rid of your kit or whatever,
I
let's play a game.
I'm keeping a kid in my lesson trainings.
Let's play a little game of this or that as far as
Okay.
products go. Let's
Okay.
see, like which one did you prefer? I did this on another episode recently. They were like, "Oh, we love this. We should do this again." So
Okay.
let me think off the top of my head, as far as products, this or that.
Okay.
Pressed powders or loose powders?
Okay, the answer is both of them.
Both
But if
of 'em.
I absolutely had to choose, I might choose. Ooh, you know what? Ooh, this is hard. I might choose pressed. I might choose pressed because it's kind of the most versatile. You can throw it in your throw it in your purse. You can take it on the go. You can do touch-ups. You can technically set with it, although I don't like setting with pressed
Yeah.
powder, but if I need to, I can. So I would choose pressed.
Okay,
I don't
okay,
want
not bad.
to, but
Brow pencil or brow pomade?
pencil.
She's like
Easy.
easy.
Easy. Don't even have to think about it.
Lip gloss or lipstick?
For me personally, lipstick. For my clients, I tend to lean towards, no, did I say lipstick for me? I meant lip
Hmm.
gloss. Lip
Yeah,
gloss for me personally. For my clients, I tend to gravitate towards lipstick just for the longevity of it all.
got you. Okay. Cream blush or powder? Cream or liquid blush or powder blush?
I feel like I'm an old school. So I'm gonna go with like powder, pressed powder blush.
Hmm.
That yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into the liquids yet. Like I've been seeing people doing it and then doing the
The one, the
concealer and then
baby. No. Mm-mm.
mm, let's see which one. Last one. What other one can I think of? Oh, uh, powder puff or a sponge?
Sponge.
Oh
I'm a
no, I
yeah.
lied. Last one. Brush or sponge
Brush or sponge? What do you mean? Oh my goodness.
for
Oh my,
application.
please don't make me choose. Because it's gonna be both. It's gonna be both every time. A brush or a sponge? Ooh. I'm trying to think if I was in a crunch, right?
Uh-huh.
And I had to make it happen. Ooh, I would probably use a beauty blender.
Hmm.
I would probably use a beauty blender.
Okay.
That hurts my
Okay.
heart to have to choose because I love both.
Yeah.
I love both.
This is like a random like artistry question. Well, not even artistry, but like how do you feel about taking okay, I don't even know how to ask, but like, do you think that if you're traveling to clients that you should have a chair in a light? Like, or should they provide at least a chair for you and sit them in front of a window?
Baby, I'm bringing everything. I'm bringing everything. I bring a chair, a light. The only thing I don't bring is a table, right?
Mhm.
For me, okay. So my perspective has always been like you are paying me for like a service. You're paying me for a service. And to me, adequate, and I'm tall. So I literally can't have someone sitting in a regular height
Right.
chair. Um, so that's a non-negotiable for me. I have to bring a high chair. Most people aren't gonna have, I can't rely on the fact that someone's gonna bring a high chair. So for me, that, I gotta do it. But when it comes to light, a light is as important as your brushes, your foundation, your like that is a part of your kit. If
Mhm.
you don't have adequate lighting, you can't make good choices about what you're applying on this person's face, right?
Right.
So that to me is a non-negotiable. That's just my perspective on it.
Yeah.
So no, I bring all my things because I want to give each client that sits in my chair, I want to give them the best result, right? And
Yeah.
so yes, I'm going to make sure that you're high enough so my back, I'm not breaking my back, and I want to make sure that no matter what room we're in, I don't know if we're gonna have a good window. It might be a cloudy. I don't
It
know.
might be in the middle, like early in the morning.
It might be whatever the case may be. I want to make sure that you look and feel amazing, and it just makes you look like a professional. Like they feel like they paid you for something, right? Like all of that goes into it. So
Yeah, especially when they're not used to getting their makeup done. They be like, oh my, I remember I used to come and like set up like how we set up like our stuff,
yeah,
like very neat. And people would come out and be like, all of this for
like a little
me?
studio. Yeah,
You got
yeah,
a light, you got the chair. Like they be really impressed.
yep. So, but again, we from a different generation, child. Know what?
Yeah, I just heard recently like I recommended one of my clients to someone, but they were in New York though. So I'm just thinking like
Yeah,
maybe New York doesn't get down like that because it's New York and maybe they on a train. I have no idea how they get around if they're not driving. But
listen.
she was like, I guess so used to me coming with everything. And she was like, well, for the price that she charged me, I thought she was going to have a chair and a light, but I had to get the chair from the hotel and like all
Yeah,
this
New York
stuff.
is tough. Yeah, but for me, it would just be a part of the thing. I would have to figure it out. So
Yeah, for sure. It was something. I be losing my thoughts. Oh my God. Like you said, after 35.
that 35 hit, child. Well,
Dang. It was another artistry type of question. That is so wild. I just be blaming it on the age and stuff like that because it's like, what else could it be? Oh my God, that's so crazy. I was gonna ask you something else about artistry. Y'all, charge it to my head, not my heart. Dad, what has been like the most difficult? Oh no, that's what I was gonna ask you. Like pet peeves. Do you have any like pet peeves as far as
Jeez, in terms of clients.
clients? Yeah, anything?
Minor annoyances like them constantly being on their phone. That's annoying. We work around it, but girl, I'm trying to help you
Yeah,
out.
especially if
So
they just like kind of
yeah. And then
looking.
also the clients that at every second, they're like, okay, let me see. What is it? Like, girl, you know what you booked. Like you
Yeah,
saw the materials before you booked. I'm not gonna have you out here looking crazy. Trust the process. So just little stuff like that is, minor inconveniences. I haven't
mine.
had super crazy things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Had any like awful, terrible stuff.
Yeah.
We're in it, wedding days, like we're in it, like stuff like that, but nothing that's been like, oh my God, that one time,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I've been
Yeah,
very
I've
blessed.
never had anybody crazy except for the lady that wiped her face off in front of me. That was a hot mess.
Oh no.
And I wasn't even a new makeup artist, so that's why I knew it was her. Because
Yeah,
I'm
it's her.
like, baby, I've been doing this for a little bit, so I know
Yeah.
it ain't me.
Yeah.
But
And your work is gorgeous. So yeah,
thank you.
that's crazy.
I think one of my pet peeves, every time it happens, is like if I'm going to a client at a hotel,
Mhm.
why are you the furthest away from the elevator? Like, I
Every
just
time,
don't be understanding it. Like, it just
every
happens that way.
time.
It's like they're in the corner,
A
the
corner
furthest away from the elevator with
without
all of my stuff.
without fail. Yep. Yep.
Lord,
Oh,
Lord. How would you like to see the industry change at this point?
how would I like to see the industry change? Well, I think I want to see the industry evolve in the way that we handle business. Like one of the conversations that's been happening a lot on social media is especially with like hairstylists, especially hairstylists, right? Sending the hey boo text, canceling. I would like to see the professionalism improving. And I think part of it is again the fact that as a beauty pro, we do have to wear all the hats, right?
Mm-hmm.
We do have to do a lot. We are the talent, we are the customer service, we are the, so
Right.
I have empathy for that. So I would love to see an evolution in the way that we handle business. And I think beauty pro funnels, can be a part of that. Part of the reason why I wanted to create it is so that you can automate a lot of the admin behind the scenes stuff so you can focus on being the best service provider to your customers.
Right.
Because here's the thing, right? Like our customers have a lot of choices. It's not like back in the day where it was one or two,
Yeah.
beauticians in the like no, they have a lot of choices for who they can book with. And so we want to make sure that everybody that we're bringing into our world, we just take amazing care of them. Because it's a blessing to be able to do what we do. It
Yeah.
really is. Like you could be at somebody's office or whatever, and like no shade to that. Like we love our 9 to 5ers, but we have a unique opportunity to be able to make men and women feel beautiful.
Yeah.
And so I want to make sure that we're good stewards of that. So
Yeah, for sure. I see all the things on Instagram about the professionalism
yeah.
and the perceptions and
Mhm.
all of those things. So I agree. Those things could definitely be improved on. And it's so many, like you said, so many of us nowadays. And I've had at least 2 app developers on the Friends and Beauty podcast who have apps dedicated to finding or helping clients find beauty pros to book. So it's like they
Yeah.
have their choices now. And I was telling somebody that recently I had a client too where I had to go do her makeup for her friend. Like she was a bridesmaid for her friend's wedding, and all the bridesmaids had their own, literally had their own personal makeup
Oh my
artist.
goodness. Oh, they
Like people have their
fancy.
own personal makeup artist. So it wasn't like they had to go and search per se. It was like, oh, let me just call my regular person.
Yeah.
Like that's just the world that we're in.
That's the world that we're in now. So you got to make sure you're taking care of people, you're nurturing them, you're building a relationship. Like now that's a part of the thing. So
Yeah, for sure. What do you want your legacy to be since you're dipping out of
you
the
already
artistry side, but you're stepping into like something that even more powerful? Like, what do you want your legacy to be?
Yeah, I think it's just that. I think I want my legacy to be that helped to change the way that makeup artists and beauty pros do business, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to make it easier. I want it to just be a normal thing that we diversify our income. I want us to become more techy, right?
Yeah.
I want us to feel confident in our ability to show up and sell different things and like fully maximize our gifts, skills, and talents because we now have the tools to be able to, turn it into all that. Like it's so crazy that you can turn your passion for beauty into product, into a course, a class, into
Yeah.
a virtual lesson, into an in-person like this one little thing can be so many things in your life, right? So yeah, I think
Yeah.
I want to be a part of making that easier for more and more beauty pros.
I love that. Do you think you ever come out with a product, a beauty product or
I think
tool or something?
so. I think so. I feel
Okay.
like I have a tool. I also want to I want to write a book.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
on
want to
my
write a book too.
yeah. That's on my I have a book. I have 2 books that I want to write. One is business specific and one is more like mindset,
Yeah.
slightly memoir,
Yeah.
something like that. But yeah.
Yeah, that's on my to-do list too, a book for sure.
Maisie, you know what the topic's gonna be? Like you already know what you want to write about.
Hmm. Yeah, to help the people get out of their shells and
Oh,
stuff like that.
nice. Yeah.
Uh-huh,
We
for
gonna do
sure.
it.
Yeah, I said I was gonna do it by my birthday because it really isn't that hard nowadays to do a
Yeah.
book and like
It's
get it
sitting
published and
down.
printed. It's really not that hard. It's really just
Yeah.
about me sitting down. Probably need to do a social media break. Just
Listen, you can pop back
sit.
out with a book.
Okay, just sitting down and actually doing it. But I have all the information. It's just I gotta get it out
Yeah.
on paper.
I believe in you. I know you could do it.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there anything that's coming up next for you? Like you said you haven't officially launched. So
Yeah, so that's the thing. I wanted to be really intentional with how we rolled it out, right? And so I wanted to kind of test it with a small group of users. And so we've been spending the summer doing exactly that. So it's been great. Everyone's been loving it. And so I feel like we're in a really good position to finally release it publicly. So we're gonna be doing that. I was aiming for the last week of September, but I have a team that's working on the website now. And so we're doing some final tweaks to it. So it's looking like the beginning of October is when the
okay.
official launch is going to be. And that's when it'll be available publicly. And you all can take a tour, take a test run of the software. I'm excited about it.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I'm
Anytime I get
nervous.
chills, it's a good thing. I got chills just now.
Oh my goodness. I'm nervous. I'm nervous about it. I hope it resonates with people. Um, I hope they like feel my heart in it, right? Because I really have tried to think of all the things like, okay, you know, if I wanted to make it easier for people to book me, if I wanted to launch my first course, like I wanted to think through all of the things that we could create and incorporate. And so it's been a labor of love, and I'm excited to get people into it.
Yay. I'm excited for you. Like when you told me about it, I'm like, yo, this and I told them inside of the Trailblazers Club too. I said, tell y'all about to drop this software, y'all. So y'all stay tuned.
Yeah, yeah. I want to do an official launch party, but probably next year. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I
Yeah.
just got a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot right now. So next year in DC, we'll do an
Hmm.
official.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. And I think people would really enjoy just seeing you,
Yeah.
like seeing you in
Aw.
person for real. I think
That'd
they
be
would love it.
fun. I'm the type of person that's like, nobody's gonna come.
They're definitely gonna come.
Party. So yeah, I'll put it out there.
Yeah. So we can't wait. I will definitely share it here on the Friends and Beauty podcast when you're ready to do your launch, your party, launch party.
Amazing.
Bef- Before you go, I have to ask you the Friends and Beauty rapid fire questions.
Hey, let's do it.
So whatever comes to your mind, you can spit it out. If you need to elaborate, that's fine too. So the first one is, what are the top three keys to your success so far?
Flexibility. So being flexible and malleable. Automating,
Hmm.
automating as many things as possible. And mm, 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 what did I say? Being flexible, automating as many things. Oh, diversifying my income. Duh.
Duh. Yes, I love it. How do you measure your success?
How I feel.
Hmm.
I measure my success in how I feel. In the beginning, it was the money. And now is how do I feel in this season of my life? Do I feel fulfilled? Am I happy with, what I'm creating and putting out in the
Okay.
world?
Okay. What is the best advice you've ever received, or like a piece of advice that's just like always stuck with you?
Do it scared. Because I'd be scared, y'all. I'll be shaking my boots, but I'll be listen,
It gets
do it
done.
scared. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You ain't never gonna be scared, so you gotta do it anyway.
Might as well, child. Yeah. The fear is, it literally is built in you. Like everything new, feels scary at first. And then you do it and you're like, oh. So
Yeah.
yeah, just getting used to that feeling and leaning into it and proving to yourself, even with like the small stuff, right? Acknowledging the small wins. And it builds up your capacity to push
Yeah.
through fear.
For sure. What advice would you give to another makeup artist right now who is just in a tough season of their life and they're just like ready to give up doing makeup?
Remember why you started in the first place. Because there was a reason why you were called to beauty, right? There's a reason why you woke up one day and you were like, I'm gonna go for it. And in those
Mhm.
tough moments, you have to realign yourself with that feeling in the beginning. Why did I even want to do this in the first place, right? For
Yeah.
me, like tapping back into that, for me it was I'm going to be successful regardless. I'm going to prove to myself, like getting back into that has always helped me to push through those tough moments, because there will always be tough moments where you
Yeah.
want to I've almost quit every every year. I'm like, this
Right.
is it. It's always right. And then I go back to, okay, why did I even start this? Right? There's a reason why I'm here, and I'm not done. I'm not
Yeah.
done yet. So
I love that. Yes. What is a resource that helps you or has helped you in your business that you can share with the friends and beauty community?
Y'all gonna hate, baby, YouTube. I be on you between YouTube and ChatGPT.
Okay.
That is what I YouTube everything. I think people don't, we look over the value of the resources that are available on YouTube. Get beyond just the, the makeup tutorials. There's like really great business information there
Yes.
that I'm constantly, I'm constantly tapping into tech and business strategy. And so that for me has been a great resource. I used to be pretty big into reading, and now for some reason my brain just cannot focus in
Yeah.
the same way. So, watching or listening to videos has helped to bridge that gap. While I'm working and doing other things, I have YouTube playing in the background. I'm constantly trying to learn something new. So
Yeah.
that's been a great resource for me.
Same. I'll be on YouTube watching all types of stuff. Not even not even really beauty related for real. It's all entrepreneurship or business or something, digital products. I'm
Yeah,
always watching something about something.
it's good stuff out there. It's good stuff
Mhm.
out there.
For sure. So the last one, I just want you to repeat this statement and fill in the blank
All right.
and just say, my name is blank, and the key to longevity and success is blank.
Okay. My name is Tiyana Robinson, and I believe the key to longevity is thinking beyond your brushes. So setting yourself up for long-term success by diversifying your income.
I love it. Oh, I'm so excited, Tiyana, for Beauty Pro funnels and just all the amazing work and education that you're always pouring out. Like before you go, please share social media, website,
Yeah.
however you want people to connect with you, Beauty Pro funnels and everything.
Yeah. So even though I'm quiet right now on social media, I'm still out here. So at Tiyana Robinson Beauty on Instagram and TikTok. At Makeup Mogul TV on YouTube. I'm coming back with lots of YouTube videos, especially with like tutorials on how to use Beauty Pro funnels. And then very soon, you're going to be able to get a tour of Beauty Pro funnels on getbeautyprofunnels.com.
Yay! Thank you so much for coming and sharing with us. It's been a pleasure catching up.
Yes, thank you. As usual, it's always great to catch up with you, girl.
Thanks for listening to the Friends in Beauty podcast. Don't forget, sharing is caring. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with another friend in beauty. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe, rate, and leave a 5-star review so that other friends in beauty can find the show. Plus, we'd love to hear your feedback. Connect with us on all social media platforms at Friends in Beauty. Hashtag Friends in Beauty to join the conversation, and join our Friends in Beauty Facebook community to stay connected. Talk to you soon.